The doors locked behind Anna Devane with a sound that echoed like a verdict, because this time the danger wasn't outside the walls, it was inside her own mind. The room was too white, too quiet, and far too permanent. Anna Devane sat on the edge of a narrow bed, fingers clenched together as if holding onto something only she could see. The lock clicked shut behind her moments earlier, sealing her inside a mental health facility she never imagined would become her reality. For decades, Anna had survived enemies, betrayals, bullets, and secrets that could destroy entire lives. But nothing prepared her for this, being declared a danger not just to others, but to herself. The official reason was concern, exhaustion, trauma piling on trauma. The unspoken reason was fear. Fear of what Anna knew. Fear of what she might remember next. Port Charles buzzed with rumors before the ink on her admission paperwork even dried. Some whispered that Anna had finally cracked under the weight of her past. Others insisted this was a calculated move, someone silencing her before she could expose a truth too explosive to contain. Valentin Casadin stood outside the facility hours later, staring at the entrance like it was a fortress built to keep him out. He knew Anna better than anyone, her strength, her stubborn refusal to surrender, and the way she always sensed danger before it struck. If she was unraveling, it was because someone had pushed her there, and Valentin had a sinking feeling he knew exactly who stood to gain. Inside the facility, Anna's days blurred together. Therapy sessions felt less like help and more like interrogations. Questions circled the same themes, her memories, her paranoia, the names she kept repeating in her sleep. She began to wonder if the doctors were truly there to heal her or to watch her. Because Anna felt it. Something was wrong. She started noticing small things, a nurse who lingered too long, a chart that disappeared and reappeared with altered notes, medication that made her thoughts foggier than necessary. This wasn't treatment, it was containment, and the longer Anna stayed locked away, the more dangerous the world outside became. With Anna gone, the fragile balance in Port Charles began to collapse. Jordan Ashford faced mounting pressure as cases Anna once handled alone started falling apart. Leads went cold, informants vanished, crimes that should have been stopped escalated into chaos. It was as if removing Anna from the board had given unseen players permission to move freely. Meanwhile, Valentin dug deeper, ignoring warnings from allies who urged him to let the professionals handle it. He uncovered financial trails tied to the facility, donations routed through shell corporations, names linked to old enemies Anna had crossed long ago. This wasn't coincidence. It was strategy. Someone had planned this. Elsewhere, Laura Collins felt the shift too. Anna's absence wasn't just professional, it was personal. Laura remembered what it was like to be dismissed as unstable, to have your voice stripped away under the guise of help. She began asking questions, quietly at first, then louder when doors closed in her face. And then there was the incident. Late one night, Anna awoke screaming, not from a nightmare, but from recognition. A phrase spoken by a staff member triggered something buried deep in her memory. A code, an old operation, a name that was never supposed to resurface. Her hands shook as the truth snapped into place. Her breakdown wasn't accidental. It had been engineered, slowly and precisely, until even she doubted herself. The realization came with terror and clarity. Anna started pretending to improve. She smiled when expected. She nodded during sessions. She praised the treatment. All the while, she counted routines, memorized schedules, and waited. Because Anna Devane didn't survive this long by being reckless. Outside, Valentin made his move. With proof in hand and pressure from unexpected allies, he forced an internal review of the facility. Administrators scrambled, records locked down, staff panicked, and in the chaos, Anna saw her opening. The moment she stepped into the hallway during an unsupervised minute, the alarms began to blare. Port Charles would soon learn the truth, but not before the damage was done. By the time the doors finally opened for Anna, relationships had shifted, enemies had advanced, and lives had been irreversibly altered. The woman who walked out wasn't broken, but she was changed. Because being locked inside didn't weaken Anna Devane, it sharpened her. And whoever thought putting her away would keep them safe had just made the biggest mistake of their life.